What's up? This your boy Grant back representing Mind Muscle Connection, man. I just kind of want to connect with y'all and talk with y'all about this today. Your ego is not your friend. Let's just be honest about it. Your ego is not your friend. Um, the ego is just an illusion. It's a trick, right? Somewhere in this world, a baby is being born right now, right? And already that baby is being born into this world of tricks and manipulations, of schemes, of lies, of deceivement, right? Already it's been put, barriers are being placed on it based off its race and its age and its height and its gender and all these type of things. It's already being placed on you at birth. So as soon as you come into this world, you're already at a deficit. And it's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's like inspiring at the same time too. Because overcoming things is inspiring, right? But it's sad that from our birth that we're placed under these stipulations, that we're placed under this stress, that we're placed under these burdens of life, right? And they're given to us by all those that came before us, and they pass them down to us, and they call it statistics, they call it data, they call it research. They call them facts, but to me they're all lies. Because we all got the power to control our destiny. We all got the power to overcome. We all got the power to do better. We all got the power to be whatever it is that we desire to be in this life. But we have to get those blocks out of the way. We got to get all of that baggage out of the way. Erykah Badu's song, Bag Lady, you gon' miss your bus. You can't hurry up, cause you got too much stuff. Yeah, you got to drop that baggage, man. You got to let that go. And you got to move to the next dimension of yourself. And how you do that is self-mastery. Self-mastery comes in the form of taking your conscious mind and plugging into your subconscious mind and telling it all the stuff that you want, all the stuff that you desire, and not allowing all of those lies and tricks and schemes to enter into your subconscious mind. Consciously, you must decide. Consciously, you must stay alive and stay woke, meaning you accept no negativity, only the good, only the great, only the constructive do you add to yourself. And that's self-mastery. You begin to strip away all the things that no longer serve you, that no longer serve that higher self. Self-mastery. The ego is not your friend. The ego is telling you all those false facts that it remembers, and it's told itself over and over and over again. So your ego is your life. It's the only thing that remembers birth and it remembers death. It's afraid of death. But the higher self is not afraid of death because it's not ego. It doesn't remember a death. It doesn't remember birth. It's eternal. It's spirit. So you have to get into that line of learning self, learning who you are, sitting alone, learning to meditate, learning to read more books to free your mind from this world and enter into a higher realm of thinking. You have to break those chains of thoughts that you have. You have to start telling yourself healthier thoughts. You have to really control your mind through consciousness. That's why they say stay woke. You know what I'm saying? Because they be scheming. That's the song, the Donald Glover song. You gotta stay woke, or Childish Gambino, or however you want to say it. But stay woke out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's that conscious decision day in and day out that I'm not gonna let these things weigh on me. I'm not gonna let these things decide where I'm going. I'm not gonna let these things decide what my future is. I'm not gonna let these things decide what it is that I'm doing with myself. I'm going to decide for myself. Me and my higher power, my connection with that higher power is going to decide what's the best route to take to get these things that I achieve. Not to sin against God, not to disgrace God, not to disgrace my creator, not to disgrace any of those who put work into me and put work into the creation of who I am. But I want to live at my higher self. I want to talk and walk as my higher self. And to do that takes self-mastery. It takes cleaning out your mind, getting one with that conscious mind and saying, I no longer desire these things. I no longer want these things for my life because I know in my spirit, in my true self, my true essence, that all living eternal self, that this is not for me. A lot of people knew, and they call it a low point, where a lot of people know, hey, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing or how I'm supposed to be living. In the Bible, it's the prodigal son, right? He comes to himself. He's in the pig pen and he's looking at himself like, hold on, my daddy's a king. Like, even the servants in my dad's house lives better than this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out here in the pig pen and I'm the son of a king. My servants live better than I'm living right now. And it's that coming to himself and realizing this type of living isn't for me. These type of things isn't for me. They aren't for me. They're not my future. You know what I'm saying? That type of thinking, that coming to yourself and realizing that even if I did better than this, even if I was a servant, I can live better than this. Even if I paid attention and just served what he was saying, that higher self is saying, I could live better than what I'm living out here, thinking I'm doing it on my own, believing what I've been told about myself out here in the streets and what this life is all about. It's all a facade. And by the time you come to yourself, you're covered in pig put. You know what I'm saying? Pig poo. You covered in crap. You know what I'm saying? And your life is crap, and you living in crap, and everything is just bad. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we owe it to ourselves, we owe it to God, we owe it to the next generation to begin to drop that baggage and live in contact with our higher selves, to master ego, to master self, to destroy ego. There's no need for it. The higher self knows the way. The ego doesn't. So many people will admit that they don't know the way to go, but they'll still won't listen to the higher self. They still won't listen to the greater advice. They still won't take that advice because the ego doesn't want to really be destroyed. It doesn't want to let go of its control. But self-mastery is just that. It's dominating your ego. It's telling yourself, you know what? Despite of what I've been told in the past, I know that what I'm capable of. I know what I can do in my life. I know what my life is supposed to be. And it's a coming to yourself. It's a mastery of self. It's an understanding of self. And it's time for everyone to sit back and get in tune with self. To master self. To listen to self. That indwelling self. That true self. Find that place of comfort. Find that place of compassion. Find that place of understanding. Find that place of insight. Find your intuition. Find the voice of God. And you will come to yourself. You'll start to realize how you've been deceived. You'll start to realize how you've been tricked. You'll start to realize how you've been led astray. You'll start to realize how it's all been a facade and it's all lies that you believe, that you've been fed since birth. And we all fell into it. But those chosen ones will come to themselves. They'll realize who their true father is and who their real creator is, and they'll make those changes. They'll get out of that pig pen. They'll get from covered in that crap. They'll get washed. And as the father said when his prodigal son came back, put a ring on his finger. It's time to have a feast. My son is home and he knows who he is. Let's have a feast. Let's celebrate. It's time to enjoy it. It's time, people. It's time to wake up. It's time to come to yourself and realize that the ego ain't feeding nothing but itself. It's time for you to take those steps to the higher heights. You know you're not fulfilled in your job. You know you're not fulfilled in your life. You know you're not fulfilled in your marriage. You can feel it inside of yourself, the way you walk and the way you talk and the way y'all interact with each other. It's all a facade. The people that you watch on TV, it's all a facade. Their lives not even that reality. The people that you watching all over these social media sites, that's not even their real life. It's all a facade. And when everyone accepts these things, that things aren't going to make you happy, that material things aren't going to make you happy, and we move out of materialism, we will begin to master self. We will stop looking for a car to make us happy, in a house or a ring or some jewelry or whatever new gadget they got coming out. And you'll begin to cultivate happiness within yourself, and you'll begin to master self. That's what it's all about. Being able to cultivate your happiness within yourself, being able to find the joy and pleasures of life outside of just having things, but being able to just sit out here in the heart of nature, being able to listen to the birds, being able to listen to the kids run around and play, and find joy and peace in that. Find love and connection with the earth in that. Find love and connection with your fellow man in that. Empathy and sympathy and understanding, insight and intuition, by connecting back to nature, by getting away from those keys and typing all the time and being in front of that screen and getting back out here in the heart of it and just breathing in some good air, connecting with the heart of it, connecting with people. Don't be fooled and don't be tricked by these illusions that's given to you. Only thing they do is bring about sickness and disease and like chronic disease and just bad living. So why not accept the higher callings? Why not accept the greater and good and the constructive things about life? Why accept the bad? Why accept things that are not serving you, that are serving you only in your detriment, only to tear you down, only to break you down? Why listen to it? Why be around it? Listen to those things that are good, that are great, that are godly, that are appreciative, that are worth growth. You know what I'm saying? That are worth your time. Because we have a limited time here in this flesh, and then it's gone. So it's better to master it and get what you got to get out of it in this lifetime. Love your family, love your fellow man, and just experience life in a grateful and joyful way. Thankful for what you experience, thankful for what you get to see. And just enjoy it. Truly, to the depths of yourself, man. Just enjoy it, man. Be happy. and be able to say, I'm happy and I'm thankful and I love who I am. I love me and I'm happy in my skin. I'm happy and I'm thankful that God chose to put me in this place at this time and to have to deal with the things that I dealt with, and I got to overcome them. I got to be an overcomer because I didn't listen to the Lord itself and give in to all these different things that can pull me down, all these different, what do you call them, vices that can hold me in a place. I chose to listen to my higher self, and I get to live happy. I get to live free. The world becomes my oyster. But I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. Self-mastery is the key. All right, 100, man. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to the video. If you like it, if you gain something from it, man, share it with your people, man. Comment, let me know anything you want me to talk on, any questions you might have. Like I say, I'm just here for the people, man. So if there's anything you want to talk about, anything you want to get at, just, you know what I'm saying, message it and let me know. Put it in the comments. Like I say, subscribe so you get notifications, because I'm going to keep coming with videos. Just keep sharing things that's on my heart, things that God give me to share with the people. I'm just going to keep doing it and being led in that way, you know what I'm saying, to help others find that happiness that I found within myself. So like I say, like it, share it, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think. All right, 100.